Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on this Razor Turbo. Now you've seen this car on the channel before. We did chase lights, whips, light bar, rock lights, a bunch of stuff to this car, and the S&B particle separator. But today we're doing a Trinity racing exhaust, just a slip-on, and also going to be doing a blow-off valve from Trinity Racing. And then let's go check out the parts. It's gonna be pretty cool. All right guys, so easy install. There is a lot of parts, but really it's not that bad. If you read the instructions and you get this printout here that kind of gives you an idea how everything goes, it's actually not that hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to pre-assemble the exhaust first, and then we'll take off the old one and bolt the new one on. So we also got the blow-off valve here. Not too sure how this goes yet, but we'll check that out in just a second. But let's go ahead and assemble this exhaust. All right, first things first, we're going to start with these billet clamps that are going to hold the mufflers together. We're going to loosely install everything. Once we have it on the car, we'll go ahead and tighten everything down, but for now we'll just leave them like that. And you pretty much just separate the halves. We'll install this half back on there like that. Put the screws in it. These are different. All right, so we got the billet clamps loosely installed. You can see here how the you pretty much line them up so that the bracket, you know, they go through the bracket there. And we're gonna leave everything loosely installed. We're gonna follow up with installing this muffler piece onto the exhaust, and pretty easy. It's 4 Allen bolts on every corner, but also before you put those Allen bolts on, you're gonna want to put these spring retainers. So these go on here just like that, and you can put a spring from here to here because apparently these are separate sections.
I like the sound too. I think the sand's better on your car too, dude. Like this hard dirt jacks your cars up, dude.
No, I know, like Elmerod is fucking, it's hard.
It's rough. So.
Alright, so assembling the exhaust is actually really easy. I'm pretty much done. All I gotta really do is install these spring clamps here. So this pretty much goes in here. This bolt goes through this ones, but you can't really, you know, put it on there until you're ready to put it on the car. So we'll put the spring clamps on here. All these Allens are nice and tight, and then we'll move on to taking off the exhaust off the car. So let's get to that. Alright, before we take off the muffler on the car, we're gonna go ahead and start it, give you guys a before sound and see what it sounds like, and then after we do the Trinity Racing exhaust slip on, we'll see what it sounds like after that. So stock 1000 turbo, everyone knows what they sound like. Give it a couple revs. Sounds like a fucking tractor, fool.
It doesn't sound very tractory.
Hang on. And there.
We'll turn this tractor off, and we'll go ahead and remove it. We don't want to turn it on too much, it'll get hot. So there's a spring clamp here, a spring clamp over there, and I think, let's see here. I think that might be it. We're gonna find out right now though. We'll take those spring clamps off, and then we'll take off the 3 13mm nuts that are on the exhaust going to the cat pipe, and yeah. Some WD-40 or any kind of penetrating oil would have helped, but oh well. So it looks like it's just the springs holding down the exhaust. So we're going to go ahead and take off the spring clamps. I'll probably have Rob hold the muffler so it doesn't just fall off and, you know, damage his powder coat. And then we should be able to swing this out this way even with this bumper on here. And clamps are pretty easy. Just pull on them. I like to use a hook tool like this one that wraps around. Doesn't slip off as easy. And then we'll do the same thing with this top one right here. There you go. We'll just do that there. So this should pop this way. It has pins that have guide pins that go into some rubber bushings, but they're not really, you know, held on with anything. They're just kind of pushed in there. So we should be able to slide this guy this way, and then carefully take it out. So really easy. I think this one's missing the plastic fairing, right?
Yeah.
Because normally the Razors have a plastic fairing that's missing. Well, I'm not sure what it takes to remove one of those, but I'm sure it's not that hard. So. What do you want, Steph?
Trash.
Alright, so pretty much we're going to slip this on. That's what she said. We're going to stick it in there.
That's what she said.
Now I'm just throwing out fucking whammies out there.
And doing dirty
but you
real
gotta
quick.
do it at the same time with these spacers. So these spacers will go along these brackets, both sides, and then also this longer bracket that goes from one side to the other. So you're gonna want to stick your bolts in Put it in like that. You're gonna want to hold it in place. You do the same thing with the other. You have the long bolt?
Yeah. You think it goes on the outside like that, or you think it goes on the inside?
The picture shows.
Oh, I would think that little spacer would go in here and then that black plate.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I mean? And
Why is that other one?
So this will sit directly on.
Why is the fucking picture show like that? Here, let's go double check it. All right, time out.
Stop recording?
Yeah. You do have to remove the exhaust heat shield because this bracket is supposed to lay flat on there, and it just ain't gonna lay flat on there with the bracket, or excuse me, with the heat shield in the way. So, no big deal. Check it out. Damn, fool.
Careful too, because she'll cut your ass right out.
Oh, you're right. Oh, did it. Never say never. We had to put a bend in it to get it out. All right, so we're gonna stick it in there. We're gonna loosely put it in there. So, here, grab that side. Get this in here like that. So, Rob, hold it there. We're gonna put on the bracket here. So pretty much it goes spacer. So exhaust bracket, spacer. Then this Trinity Racing steel or aluminum bracket, not sure what it is, but. And then it's gonna go through the hole. But let me grab the other side. So it's probably best to do this with 2 people without a camera in your hand. But this is life, dog. Oh no, fool, look at. Yeah, you gotta take those rubber bushings out.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you gotta, I
Bolt's not gonna go all the way through.
I bet you slide that plate in between here, in between that channel with the bushing out of the way, and then you put the nut over the top. You know what I'm saying? So let's take it back off. We're gonna take it back off and we'll give it back to you guys. Just, all right, worst install video ever. But you gotta remove these bushings, so don't be like me. Read the instructions and you'll be able to get this on the first try. We're doing it like second and third tries because we don't read the instructions.
You dumbass.
But you remove the bushings, you put these metal plates here. That's gonna stop the exhaust from pulling out.
That's what you say. That's what she said. One more time, I'm gonna pop you.
And then on the back side of that, you're gonna use a large washer like this, then a lock washer, and then your nylon locking. I'm sure there's 13 millimeter, but you're not. So we're gonna go ahead. This is a 2-man operation. It's kind of difficult because once you stick the bolts through here, these brackets kind of are loosely in there, and you gotta be careful they don't fall through. So we're gonna do our best to you know, install this without pushing those brackets out of the way. So like I said, 2-man operation, and Rob is on that side. He's gonna go ahead and put the flange from the cap pipe onto the exhaust. That way we don't struggle putting that on after. So 2-man job. All right, so all the bolts are loosely on there. We're gonna go ahead and tighten up the 13 millimeters that go here on the exhaust flange. Get those tight, get those out of the way. That way we can just finish up and do the bolts up there and align everything, because we want to kind of have it centered so it looks good. So just go on here. All right, so pretty much what's left is we're gonna tighten up the bolts up here at the top. Get those as best as possible lined up, and then we'll follow up with tightening up these billet clamps. That's tight. All right, so there it is. Turn this mother lover on and see what it sounds like. We'll do a little bit of an idle, and then maybe some revs. What do you think? Oh shit! Right in my face. Hey, so it points backwards versus the other one points down, so it got me. It sounds louder, huh? It sounds very loud. It sounds good. Go ahead and hit it. All right, guys, we're gonna be following up with the blow-off valve. Hopefully it does make a difference in sound. It's supposedly adjustable. We'll get to that in just a second. I already pulled off one of the hoses here. Here it is here. They have these, I don't know what these clamps are called, but they're the ones you have to pinch together. I'll show you how to take them off at the top here. We're not gonna reuse them, so just get them off there, mangle them off if you have to. You can see one there. I usually just, you know, grab a hold of them with some dikes, and I'm probably have to do this with 2 hands, so I'll show you guys in just a second. All right, like I said, you gotta mangle these things off. If anybody knows the proper way of getting these things off without damaging them, let me know, because I have no clue. So there's that. This is the OG recirculating valve. We'll put that to the side for a second. We gotta pull this hose off here too. I don't think they gave us a clamp for that, fool.
For this one?
Yeah, for the top. So we'll figure that out. We're gonna grab the new one and show you guys how to install that. All right, so I went ahead and installed the blow-off valve. We put the hose on the top. The kit did not come with another hose clamp for the top of the vacuum line, but it's on there really tight because the nipple on this blow-off valve is a lot bigger than the one that was on there before, the recirculating valve. So right here we have the hose clamp. I tighten that down nice and tight, and the other hose, Rob is going ahead and he's putting on the block off plate on there. Good. So let's go ahead and try it. We'll zip tie in a second. We're gonna try it first because it didn't come with instructions. We're doing it that way because my buddy Chewy's blow-off valve, I think it's from Aftermarket Assassins, and it looks very similar to that. So we'll see what it does. We're gonna turn on the car. Don't get scared. I don't hear nothing. Woo! Alright, we installed it backwards. But now it's on there right. Yeah. So I installed it backwards. Didn't come with instructions, couldn't find instructions. And then we just looked for instructions for other blow-off valves, and we found the one from Agency Power, so Trinity's gotta get their shit together and get us a freaking instruction manual. I couldn't find it. All right, so here's the blow-off valve. We are gonna have to do an adjustment to it. It says in the instructions from Agency Power to set it to full soft. Just don't go past the O-ring. The cap should be covering the O-ring completely. And then you can adjust it harder as you go. The thing to get here is when you have it at idle, it shouldn't be moving. So the piston in there, you should be able to feel it. Air shouldn't be really escaping. It should be pretty tight on there at idle, and if it's too soft, tighten it up a little bit, and then you go ahead and rev it in park, and it should return to idle once you left the gas without stumbling or fumbling or the piston staying open. So not too hard. We're gonna go ahead and adjust it right now, and then we'll take it down the street and see how that sounds. All right, blow-off valve is on. It's adjusted. Let's see what it sounds like going down the street. You can definitely hear it now. So we adjusted it. Sounds pretty good, huh?
Sounds real good.
It doesn't sound too loud though. It doesn't sound too obnoxious. Oh, he slowed down. Oh, he blew his belt, fool. Oh no, he's good. Oh, you can definitely hear it. I think that's enough. We're gonna get freaking cops called on us or something. Damn, he let the alarm off over there. Look at it. Alarm's going off. There he goes, through motion. Sounds good, player. Huh? Watch my truck. Watch what? Wait, what'd you say? That sounds good. I see your truck. I like it, dude. Sounds real good. Hey, it's not too loud. If it was louder, I think it would sound ugly. What do you think?
I like it, dude. Sounds good.
How much was it?
Sounds real good. What? Which part? Everything?
Oh, okay. Well, the exhaust you got on a deal over in Dumont.
$400 and the blow off was $100.
There you go, man. Find yourself a deal like this guy did. Nice job, dog. $500. $500 slip-on exhaust from Trinity Racing and a blow-off valve. It's actually made pretty well. It's just no instructions that I could find. So, all right. So that's it for this video. Sounds good. Looks good. It's all good, baby. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.